Well, as you can see in front of you, we have the Christine car masked off around the roof area. Kind of bring this in a little bit, and I went ahead and applied the white Craft Smart gloss acrylic paint, which let me bring a light over here a little bit. Okay, so this is the white Craft Smart gloss acrylic paint that I used along with some of my windshield wiper fluid, and we went ahead and sprayed that through the Pache airbrush, and of course this is the result. Now I went ahead and put several layers, light coats, and let it dry in between, and then applied one final coat all the way around. So you can see it's pretty shiny. My next step will be to apply some Future on it to seal the paint in, and then we can go ahead and take the masking off. So I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. So what I ended up doing is actually pouring a little bit of the Future. In this case, my Future is called the Pledge Floor Care, and from Johnson's & Johnson's. And I just poured a little bit in my little medicine cup here. And since it's a small area, I'm going to go ahead and choose to go ahead and brush this on. And so that's what we're going to do. So let me bring this in a little bit closer. I can see what I'm doing. And I'll just go ahead and dip my number 5 brush in the Future and kind of clean off the sides a little bit. And then just go ahead, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply it to the roof. Now I'm just going like one stroke left to right, and I'm not backtracking either, so because sometimes that can be a problem. So just nice even strokes all the way through. And just cover the whole entire area like so. And we'll go ahead and let that settle and dry. And we'll be right back. Okay, so right now we're going ahead and shake up some more of our bright red Craft Smart satin acrylic, and we're going to paint the other part of Christine's body in the red color. As you can see right here, we've already applied the gloss white coat of the Craft Smart. So I let that dry overnight, and this time around I have some of the cling wrap wrapped around to protect it from the second coat of paint of the red, so we don't ruin what we've already accomplished. So with that being said, go ahead and start mixing this up for our airbrush. So basically I'm just going to go ahead and put about halfway up my little cup. Alright, so let's go ahead and pour that in. And it's about halfway. And then we'll go ahead and thin it down with some of our windshield wiper fluid. I can usually start off with about 5 or 6 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because like I said, each craft acrylic paint has a different density to it. So you just kind of learn by practice which has more windshield wiper for thinning and others don't. So what we want is that basically that 2% skim milk look to it. So right now I'm just kind of mixing in my toothpick, and you can see it's already kind of dropping off. So it's looking pretty good. Let me just kind of do one more little couple drops in here. I just add about another 3 drops to it. It's just a little thick. We'll mix it up some more. Yeah, it seems to be falling off the toothpick a little bit better. Alright, so I think we'll go ahead and go with that. Go ahead and turn on my airbrush. I'll go ahead and start spraying. Alright. Go ahead and adjust the nozzle on my pache. There you go. See, we get a nice little. Looks like it's flowing pretty good. Now, sometimes, just a quick note, sometimes the tip does get clogged a little bit. So I do have a Q-tip, and I got some water, and basically we're just going to dip in the water if we need to, and just clean off the tip a little bit, and like so, and that'll help unclog it. But we'll go through this pretty quick. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this in layers. So my first coat's going to be real nice and light. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, as you can see, we have a nice real light coat of the red on there. We'll let that sit for a few seconds, minutes, because it does dry pretty quick in between the coats. Let's get started again. basically our second coat of paint. And like I said, each time we layer it up, it starts to fill in, and places you might miss with the first coat. But we'll probably do another 1 or 2 coats on here, and just to cover all of our bases. It's looking pretty good. And like I say, it doesn't take much to go between the layers. You just take your time with it, and basically I start out here and then I work my way across and stop it over here. Just nice easy strokes back and forth. You don't want to keep it in one spot for too long. They're going to get too heavy on one part, so you just want nice even coats all the way across. Alright. Alright, it's looking better each time around. I still have a little bit left in my cup, so what I'll do here is I'll just go ahead and start working on the hood. Alright. So like I said, I'm putting several light coats on the hood here, and just kind of let it dry for a little bit. And then we not only go this way, but we also try to go this way so we can cover all of our bases. It's looking pretty good there, so we'll set that off to the side and we'll check this out one more time, see if we're missing anything. It's a little bit light here back in the fin area, so still have some left in my cup here, so we'll go ahead and give her another coat. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I'll let this dry one more time, and Alright, let that dry for a little bit, and we'll come back and give it one more final coat. I always try to put enough of the paint in my cup so that I can start and finish the project. So it's looking pretty good. And then in case there's any touch-ups, I still have some in my cup. And once I make my final paint for wet coating, I'll go ahead and when it dries, after it dries, I'll put some Future on there and seal in all the paint, so we don't have any chipping or anything. Now this is the satin acrylic paint I'm using, bright red, and like I said, the Future will kind of give it a nice little gleam to it. Just might nozzle a little bit. Alright, I think we'll go ahead and stop there and let that dry, and we'll come back later and we'll go ahead and, like I said, put the future on it and give that nice little gloss look to it. So be right back. Okay, since we've got the painting done and the paint is dry, we're going to go ahead and brush on some future on Christine here. So let's go ahead and get started. I got my little cup of future right here, my brush, and let's go ahead and start. Nice even strokes that level itself out. Just making sure I got enough on the brush to do nice even strokes on it. Don't want to let itself dry out. And after the first coat, we'll probably come back once it's dry and we'll put a second coat on. Right now we're just going to do one nice light coat. Basically putting the future on the red paint and leaving this part alone for the moment, because later on we're going to go ahead and paint that white. So I just want to put the coat of future on the rest of the body itself. Once I put the white paint on, I'll come back and future that in as well. So I think that's looking pretty good. I don't want to go back because after a while you probably end up smudging it up. So we're going to go ahead and let it find its levelness and let it dry. So there we go. So that's about it for right now. Let me give you kind of a quick close-up here of how it kind of brings it more of a glossy sheen to it once you put the future on, even though this is satin acrylic paint. So it kind of puts a nice little shine on it. So there you go. So like I say, we'll go ahead and let that dry, and this is going to be it for episode 2. I hope you enjoyed watching this segment, and we will catch you on the next episode. So until then, everybody have a good day, and we'll catch you later. Bye.